Hey y'all, what's going on? My name is Adriana. I am an artist and art educator based out of West Palm Beach, Florida, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be walking through the process of creating this painting, which is a gift that I made for my brother. It was a super fun experience. I definitely got out of my comfort zone in this painting. It's definitely not traditionally something I would create in my own style. I learned a lot and I'm excited to share that process with y'all. So I hope you enjoy, and thanks for the support, as always. I started prepping my canvas by tightening it to the frame a bit. If you take a little bit of water and spray it over the back of your canvas and then use a heat gun over it, any stretched out parts will firm up again. And then next I went ahead and dusted off the canvas to remove anything that might stick to the paint. So I'm a mixed media artist, and for this piece I wanted to start with an acrylic base and then build on the oil paint after. I hadn't worked with acrylic for a while before starting this project, so it took me a minute to get used to the blending again. And mostly the things that I work on recently are like oil paintings and sculptures, so this was really fun to kind of go back to my roots of acrylic painting. And I wanted this painting to feel really explosive, so I made my brush strokes large and tried not to blend too much in certain areas. I went in with my palette knife to add some texture to the background, layering on color after color. Using acrylic paint was definitely the right move because it dried quickly and I could just keep adding the colors on top of themselves. This painting is a gift for my brother, as I mentioned before. He's played basketball his whole life and now works for a basketball training camp. So when he told me he wanted a basketball painting, I knew it was going to mean a lot to him. So we went back and forth with some sketch ideas and mock-ups. I do all my mock-ups digitally. So gave him a couple options, and this was ultimately the one that he liked the best. The sketch of the basketball was a little off at first, so in the beginning you might see it was a little wonky looking, but eventually we figured it out. Around here is when I started to add in the oil paint to do some of the finer details. I found that oil paint is a lot easier to do this type of work with than acrylic paint. It's less streaky and, just easy to move around. Is UV reactive oil paint from the brand Paul Rubens on Amazon. The link is down in the description. It's pretty transparent and requires definitely a few coats, but it gives the most vibrant finish and looks really awesome under black light. I wanted to try painting with the black light on so that I could turn it off and on easily and still see the paint kind of transform before my eyes. This way, I could, one, get some cool footage and also just keep adding to the parts that needed a little more zhuzhing. Overall, this was a really fun painting to do. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Your support means the world to me. And if you want to see more of my art and some other kind of fun, creative things, go ahead and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.